All right, Vipers, we're back here with FM26. I've decided to go pick up this player. She wants a short-term contract. Maybe I'll adjust my wage budget here because I don't want the board to get their panties in a twist. What does that get me? Yeah, you can see how little, like, because it's per week over the year. So this amount, if I put it all this way, I get less than $2,000 for 93,000. But this gal only wants $650 or something. So just gonna pop it over a little bit. We'll do that. So I'm going to. She's worth some amount of money. You can see there. So I'm just gonna put $2,000. Her contract's expiring at the end of the year, and I'm just gonna say that 4.3 after 50 games, $400. Why even that? What the fuck is that? I'll leave that in and pop this down just a bit. 38. There we go. Suggest terms. They accept. Whatever. Fuck it. We're in a kind of an emergency situation with Waldy out for so long, and then Rabajon. And then we should get an email. Just gonna mark all as red, and we should get an email saying, okay, so here we go. You'll get an email. God fucking stop. Like this, that said, this is the team accepting the offer. Glasgow City have accepted the offer of 3.8k. And after 50 games, she's probably not going to play 50 games for us. So now I have to squad player, perfect. And no. You play what I tell you to play. But that does show she's pretty focused on defense. She's making 240 per week right now, but she's coming to a better league. Better blah 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 blah. Let's do 550 and pay her a little bit more here. As you can see, the wage budget and the transfer budget, their interaction is a little bit weird. This does mean we'd have her for the entirety of next season. But as a squad player, she can show up just on the field sometimes. 1 year contract extension. I want that to be optional. I'll give her an optional one. Optional extension by the club. When they accept like that, you feel like, oh, I could have saved a couple bucks. $550 per week, $160 here per game that they show up in, and unused substitute. They do get a little bit of money for every game you play, but you only play 22 games, so it's. I don't know. I like to role play that I actually want my players to not die of starvation when they play for my team. But whatever. Anyways. So on and on. Oh, I should show you her stats. She's marking, tackling, pace, jumping, reach. Heading, very good. Okay, so dribbling, she can dribble a little bit. I don't care about her finishing. And her long shots, I don't really want her shooting. I'll tell her not to. Determination being that low kind of sucks. Commitment to succeed and do their very best on and off the pitch. It affects everything from training to how hard they work. It works with like this work rate, which is not also super high. So a lot of these kind of, you know, those diagrams where two circles overlap and that the answer's somewhere in the middle bit that's overlapped. That's a lot of these work like that. So anyways, we're that kind of low, but she's not going to be with us more than that year, and maybe I'll try and sell her. But she's honestly a good defender who will go on. She's a squad. If she was a regular starter, Glasgow City must be down a league. I'm just not worried about her. And coach is getting replaced. Nothing happening. No injuries, but we did get the injury update. Six days to 2 weeks, that's come down 2 to 5 weeks. That's still a very broad range, but I get some injuries or you can't really tell what's going to happen. And I'm just going to mark all items as red. I wish there was a hotkey for that. And when's our next game? Two days. Southampton. WSL 2. That one is going to be tough. So I'll do these two, then these two, and then this one. Don't worry, I don't care. Like the FA Cup, I'd rather focus on these last 6 games or whatever. I don't. If we win this game, another game will come in here, right? You can see these are week between games. There's an international break here, so there's a long time off. And an FA Cup game might go there, but probably not if it's an international break. It would fit right in here, a middle of the week game, or here, right? Like, the thing about the cup games is they fit right in between your other games and make it so your players are more likely to get injured, they're tired. If you want to win the FA Cup, you have to play your best players there, which means you're playing maybe less good players in your other games. So, yeah, it's really tough. The manager for Sunderland men's team, Sunderland was in a good place. Okay. Sunderland was in a good place in the championship, but they got a new manager who had experience with the playoffs because they were heading for the playoffs. Burnley was near the top. Nobody could score against them. They had, I don't know, something like 6 goals scored against them all season. And the men play 42 games or whatever. So you could not score against Burnley. So I was so happy when Burnley worked their way into the second position for automatic promotion, because can you imagine having to play Burnley in the playoffs last year? Nobody could score against them. No. So Burnley went up, and then I wasn't scared about the playoffs anymore. But they were in the playoffs. There was no chance of them going out of the playoffs. The manager made the amazing... It worked out. He made the amazing choice to not play his best players every game. I think they played 2 out of the last 6 games before the playoffs, the end of the season, because he wanted them well rested, no injuries. He wanted them to go into the playoffs fresh and to just go in the playoffs, because they were in the playoffs. There was no chance of them really missing the playoffs. They lost 6 games in a row or something. It looked fucking terrible on paper, but we knew what he was doing because he clearly communicated it. And then they won the playoffs, and it was so fantastic. So fantastic. So here you can see that Spurs are offering interesting. If you offer $48K, so going up to 59. I don't love this. Because Spurs are in the WSL. Yeah, they're 6 in the WSL. Which means she's not going to get to play very often. She's not good enough for the WSL. So it's kind of hilarious that they're picking her up, to be honest. I doubt I'm ever going to get this, is what my problem is. So I want this to be 10. So, and I want this to be, it's faster to type this. Let's go to 55. Still at the bottom end of her range. And suggest terms. They said fine, but I got $6,000 more. And she's gone. 2 interested clubs. Who's the other one? Tenerife. Let's go back here and accepting the offer. There's something off my plate. I've never sold her before. This is new. I don't know if they updated anything or whatever. She probably will play 20 times. She can come on as a sub, and that counts as an appearance. So, yeah. That frees up wage. She makes $700 per week, which is not enough to live. Clara and Priscilla can close out the season with Dale as an option. The thing about Scar is she could also play on the right. She had reasonable crossing and everything. So, wow. I am so pleased. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. Okay. Especially if I get to keep my transfer budget and it adds to the $500K. I had got rid of all my transfer budget for wage budget so I could keep players, and the last time I got promoted. And I didn't play anything in the WSL. I was waiting for patches, and I wasn't really worried. That was a test case, right? This is my try number 11, probably. I think I saved over try 10. So, yeah, we play at this welfare ground. Oh my god. Okay, so Priscilla, I'm always happy. Can we talk about Sunderland, please? Why do you want to ask me about fucking other teams, you fucking retards? Okay, so do I want to sell Emily Cassip? Who's that? Emily Cassip. Sure. Oh, that's just a Wonder Kid. Somebody rejected Manchester United. Wow. That's a Wonder Kid. You don't see that every day. Manchester United. Ella Parker. Transfer loan status. She is available for loan. You can't do more than this, right? So maybe if I put her in the transfer, maybe if I go over here. Can I add somebody to the transfer room? Scar is already up for matches. For loan. And we come to our team selection, and Scar can sit out. Yeah, well, she's injured anyways. Okay, so that works. And Rabajon is not sick anymore. Her cold went away. She's still not back. She was only injured for 1 day, supposedly. She's listed for loan. Nobody wants her. I might actually do this. She needs to play a bit. Anyone else I'm going to do that with? No. My players are getting through the whole game, which is insane. Oh. I was going to put Rabajon in for Greenwood. Oops. Oh well. Dugout, continue. Tactics. Opposition instructions. What are they playing? They are playing a very strong defensive game down the middle. So we're gonna always mark these two. We're gonna feel a little wonky about this, but they might end up in the box. This could bite me in the ass, but screw it. Doing that, and then the MCs, we're gonna have to do this as well. Alright, good. Yeah, this should be the... Oh, fuck you. It undoes your stuff? Yeah, you... What kind of design decision is that, exactly? Can you tell me, please? Does that make any fucking sense? Who made that design decision? Please let me know. You deserve somebody to stick their tongue out at you. Not too aggressive. But come on, that's pretty dumb. And I'm also going to edit my tactics to move down the flanks. And to pull them wider. And all instructions, we're going to progress through both flanks. Let's go. They don't really have people out wide. Jones, he's not the human highlight reel that Atkinson is, but let's see if she can do something. Corbin, Finn, to Brown. Beautiful cross. Hit the bar. I don't think the goalie saved that. And she left it out for a throw. Oh. So there's an example where Izzy might have scored and Jones did not. Might come back to bite us for sitting her out. Do I feel good maybe making a sub right now to get Rabajon on? Whoa. I thought Priscilla was offside, but that was a beautiful... If that was the deliberate pass off her head, that's Priscilla making a really good play there. So that wasn't towards goal. It was... Well, it was kind of, I guess. And Clara just got there before. So anyways, thank you, Clara. Great ball. That looked great. Very just happy with that goal. The women's team still not performing well in Sunderland. The men's team performing quite well in real life, I'm talking about. They could legitimately probably get Clara. And they would never get Aline or Priscilla. But if you... Eventually I'll start over. There's just not that much to do in this game right now because there's no lower league teams. But there's kind of a journey for the men's league. But I don't want to play Sunderland in the men's. They're in the Premier League. And they're doing well there. Ooh. In it goes Clara with her second goal of the game. Bounced around in there. Those so often don't work out for you. But let's see with a bit slower motion what that looks like. Finn to Brown. Who plays a dangerous ball in, I guess. Yeah. Gets the touch. Oh, the goalie didn't grab it. And the defense person just tapped it. Couldn't get a good thing on it. Oh, and then immediate replay after that. And since they started from a face-off, the rule doesn't apply where they will lose the ball. So let's see what happens here. That was a beautiful play. And now she's going to make it. Oh, here we go. Maloney got a fist on it. Beautiful. I'm having a really hard time finding a better goalie than her, stat-wise. But I just don't... She's just not the goalie of the future for our team. I don't... Go sign a Wonder Kid goalie if I can find a good one in the off-season and maybe re-sign Maloney. No team's going to come for her because she's not that... They look at the stats. We did get the ball. This is quite the fucking highlight. come on, why'd you have to show us all that preamble? I guess it's valuable to see us taking the ball away. That was a great play by Maloney. Oh, what a pass. And McInnes. If you had the 16 finishing that you normally started with instead of 13, maybe that would have curled in, but that was a close one. And a lot of preamble for that miss. I don't really love that idea. The highlights need to be tuned. Alright, we are heading to the left, so that's good. We're dominating them, but it only takes a couple shots to go in, right? So, and McInnes stole the ball there. Bad touch. See, that's a first touch thing where that girl didn't touch it properly, and there you go. It came out to McInnes. Here's Jones gonna put it over to Clara, who's on the far side. Clara snuck in. Nobody caught her. They were all focused on Priscilla. And Ellie saw Clara. So look, there's like 2 players on Jones. Bourne's looking at Priscilla. And Lavunga just stepped in there. Simpson didn't pursuit. Gave up her pursuit and didn't join her. A natural hat trick, as we call it in the NHL, where nobody interfered with your progression through the game. What a player. I love this. I love these two. And Priscilla, I would be so sad to see her go. No team has come to offer $230,000 or whatever. So we might get to keep her. And that was the wrong thing to say. I should have just said, you guys are doing awesome. Whatever. Anyways, okay. Heading to the right. They have more corners than we do. Not that I care. We have not scored on a corner kick anytime recently anyways, and not off a header. And we don't have Waldy. Smith could stand there. And I don't even have Rabajon on. So I might actually... Gomez is not doing well. Brown's not doing well. We're up. Let's do some subs. So, I'm going to put Rabajon. This should have been done before the game started. And I'm going to put Roberts here, and Gomez is playing a lot, so I'm gonna put her person there, and I think that's good. Corbin can see out the game. I lost her. The other team. When you have a player on loan in the January transfer window, the team who loaned the player to you can cancel it if they want. If they decide that player is worthy, they'll take him back. And her sub, O'Hanlon, was pulled back. No, I don't want... Marking specific person can just pull you out of position. Watched a great video on the Wrens. Some mathematicians, young girls, young women, 19, 20 years old, were doing wargaming during World War II. The Russian U-boats were sinking British convoys, bringing food and stuff to England. Germany wanted to starve England into submission. And yeah, they war gamed what the British. When you're fighting on the surface, and U-boats were a relatively new thing for Britain because they'd been fighting above the sea, on the sea for a very long time, and they were using a pursuit aggressively strategy, which works fine when a fleet is breaking apart. Like when they destroyed the Spanish fleet, it was mostly destroyed by a storm, and the pursuit was aggressive. And they destroyed a lot of other ships that managed to survive the storm and were limping away, kind of thing. So there you go, Clara, all in the first half. Played very well. Don't get complacent now. Don't say that. So, very nice. And start our press conference. Really? Pretty nice. I'm just gonna make a save because I still don't. This computer I use, the CPU overheats. I got and it has liquid cooling. I've replaced the thermal paste. I've checked that the cooler actually works. It does. Like I used the chip with no cooler. I put an air cooler on there temporarily, and it still overheats. So yeah, it's just I got a bad chip from AMD there. And it will occasionally just say, we're done, and reboot my computer. There's certain games that kick it off, for sure. I can't even tell you what they are because I've already repressed my memory there. Marvel Heroes Online did that when it first came back, but they've done a lot of optimizations and things there, so not Marvel Heroes originally. This computer did originally play Marvel Heroes. It's old enough for that. No, it's not. When did that disappear? No, it's not quite that old. But it doesn't anymore. I can play Marvel Heroes Online now. The reason why I'm not, and I will stream it when it comes out, but right now they're going to wipe it at 1.0, which should happen. Maybe it'll be a Christmas miracle, but I think that they're saying March. So I don't really want to play. I've played enough to know what I'm doing, and I don't really want to sink a bunch of time into it when it doesn't matter because it's going to get wiped. Bristol City is in like second place or something, so Emily Scar is going to a different team. I don't have to worry about her anymore. And the registration for the... Have I got a... Has anyone accepted my contract yet? It would come here. So I offered her a contract. The other team accepted. We're nearing the end of the transfer window. When do I get my player? There's nothing exciting happening in here. Why are they ineligible? Oh my god, I set them to play for the under 21s. So there I lose 2 subs. Okay, we're just going. Nobody do anything bad out there, and yeah, that was your game, Jones. And you did okay, but that really sucks. Did that remove it? I don't want her to be eligible for that. Well, hopefully we'll have another defense person. Yes. Let's go. I'll sort this out. What's their... So, yeah. Here we might... I'm just going to let my team decide if they want to go down the side or the middle or whatever, depending on the opportunities that come up. But we're going to come over to these people and we're going to... Oh, no, but I better do this first. Stupid system. Why can you just pick on... No. Why can't you do this? Who... I've never designed a game, but I've played games my whole life. What is this? What? Select all? I've played on the PC my whole life. Select all. Jesus Christ. I do love the game. I know I sound like I'm whining, but that's a weird design decision. I don't think anyone really gave it too much thought. It deselects your options. So like if I do this, which I would never do. Oh, it remembers them. It's weird. So it does remember them. It doesn't clear it. Just make it so it's the same. It's dumb. Dumb. Here we go. Media works for most of them. I don't care. Here we go. I don't specifically remember any of these players on Bristol City lighting me up. We're heading to the left. They got the first shot. It was on net. We have more of the ball. Shot that missed the net. Boy. They started with the ball. So we should get the ball. But not necessarily. The AI doesn't play by that rule. And there's one way over everyone. Ooh, this is... Okay, good. Again, this should be our ball. Now it's out the window because we got the ball and kicked it down the field. So now it's probably their ball. And that's... Oh my god. Offside. Oh, thank you. Okay. Now from a stop, the rule doesn't apply. So this, we could march down the field and score here. It's totally possible. Great triangle there. That's what you want to see. Yellow card. Give her a yellow card. I don't think that deserved a yellow card. Okay, Corbin, let's see a cross in and look for Lavonga. Headed back to the goalie. She did look for Lavonga, but didn't get her head on it. They're kind of taking it to us here. In terms of shots, they're beating us. And we're spending a fair amount of time in our zone. Which means I get to yell at my team at halftime. Unless we score. And we started with the ball, so... The rule is... It's kind of like an 80-20 rule. That we will lose the ball and it's their ball. So, let's see what happens. Oh, what a play. Oh my god. I can't be critical. I see it in real life all the goddamn time. Okay, they got the ball. Does it count as having been in our possession there? I don't know. See, Maloney is a good goalie. She just has very mediocre stats. But I'm having a hard time finding a goalie that has all the stats I want. That doesn't cost $1 million or whatever, which I don't have. They are beating us. This is kind of inspirational. No, we don't deserve to win the match. I'm far from pleased. And go out there and show me that you can be better. Thanks for that highlight. Again, you only see the exceptions. We're on, you know, the rarest form of highlight here, so we're really only going to see when it works out. So this is... What kind of slide was that? If she had connected, that's a red card. Another crazy defense. If this comes back, and it could, Priscilla has Clara. Alright. Wow. They should be up 2-0, to be fair. There's a fair chance we're losing this game based on what I'm seeing on the field right here. Yeah. If we could score on corners. But there's a few more players I need on the team. Oh, okay, just as I said that. Lavonga's on the field. This one, if we score here, it counts. Why is Greenwood... Oh yeah, Rabjon couldn't play. And Greenwood took a shot there. Don't shoot the ball. You're no good at it. Oh no. No. Only got a piece of it. Feels like the same kind of goal that used to be scored, and I thought they kind of addressed that. Whatever, anyways, it could happen. And you can't yell at your team now, so might make some subs, get some fresher legs out there. Roberts makes good decisions with the ball. Don't really have anyone to replace those two in the middle, though. Finn McInnes is not having a good game. Get out there, Kitching. Shiva, fuck it. Let's do this. Oh, yeah, Blades couldn't play. Oh, you're stuck out there. I mean, there we go. Oh, come on. Score at least one goal. Oh, God. If we lose the game, it doesn't really matter how much we lose by because we have a huge goal differential. But like if we were to be tied for first place or whatever. Clara. That was offside. Okay. It looks like we're losing this game. Good by Corbin to get that ball back, to recover that. So this is probably ours. There's our captain making a beautiful ball. The goalie got it, but... Oh, fuck you. I want to see... They don't show those again. Was she offside? We don't know because we can't see it again. They don't show it to us again. They used to have that. Why do you take out features like that? I want to see if that was actually offside. Well, yeah. So they're the team that's closest to us. So, I mean, it's not like we lost to a bad team, but I don't like this. The top two do get promoted, and we're kind of crawling. There's not that many games left. Unless we really fuck up, we're going to be in the top two. But I want to win the goddamn league. Start press conference. We didn't dominate the game. Yeah, they did park the bus. We were away from home. Maybe I should have played defensively. That's totally possible, and I should have maybe changed that. Wait for your opportunities. Here, stop. And there we go. We freed up some wage budget. Where's my player? We're running out of time. These are completed transfers, I think. Transfer history. Completed. Didn't I make an offer? Where do you see that? Transfer activity. We're the only ones that bid on her. She needs a work permit? No. Scotland counts. So she has one already for Glasgow, which means we shouldn't need to get a work permit. Okay, well, she just hasn't signed yet. Kitching's transfer can't. What? Basically, Kitching didn't sign the fucking deal. And we're not going to be able to. Is today the last day of the transfer window? I don't think so. What the fuck are you talking about? There's a couple days left. Maybe in the place she was going, the transfer window closed. I'm going to be very unhappy if the transfer window closes and that Smith doesn't sign for me. It's not the worst thing. Have fun, Scar. Oh, Smith got her work permit? Okay, here we go. She shouldn't have needed one. She is from the Netherlands, but she was playing in Scotland already. And so we'll get another email. Sunderland signs Smith. Stop when I press that. Roberts can welcome her. Assign squad number. Does anyone have a number they want? 25, but she's got it. I had to give Smith one, right? So where's Smith? Right in the middle of the screen, probably. Don't fucking... What are you doing? I have to register the squad. And that email has disappeared. So thank you very much for that. Auto continue, you fucking... It's just design decisions are weird. Alright, so if we come to tactics here, we're gonna put Schmid down for Greenwood there. Robert John can sit on the bench. She's not our player. I don't care if she gets better at the game. Yeah, Waldy's injured for another probably 3 weeks. Did I say that it was all the games I was going to play today? In this video anyways. But we signed Smith. She's tall and can jump. And had the ball. So yeah, she's going to be okay. I'm going to tell her... Where do you click there? Do you have to do it in possession or whatever? Personalized. Player instructions. Shooting. Less often. make sure I've done that. I've told these people, yeah, I did it for everyone, Greenwood included, but she still insists on shooting. All right. You can see these lines here. This is the game saying these players have figured each other out and are playing well together. So you'll start to see niftier passes in time, in space where they know the player is going to run to and stuff like that. So, yeah, Maloney, I'm probably going to have to re-sign her, but I'll do that very late if I can't find a replacement. And maybe I'll sign her and a Wonder Kid, and I'll let Lambourne not have a job because there's no lower league for her to go to. Okay, that's it for this video. I want them in more bite-sized chunks, but I'm going to keep playing. So like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Tell me what a dumbass you might think I am for anything I'm doing here. And I will see you in the next video, which is going to pick up right from here. But yeah, I will see you soon.